between, so basically what sets us different from anybody else is the fact that we are a tech company actually. We are a tech company and we work with the best educational advisors on the market. Meanwhile, most of our competitors tend to be language learning companies that integrate some technology. So when it comes to this, we're the most advanced on the market. We are offering technologies such as chatbot, virtual reality, augmented reality, hands-free, artificial intelligence, and most importantly, gamification, which is the number one thing that kids are interested in. That is the truth, and this is what we realized. I think that language learning needs to be fun, needs to be exciting. I think when you compete, I don't think that there's a way that a book or a plain textbook that is being used in classrooms can compete in any way with a game or an app, basically what kids are using. And this is why we created something extremely engaging. Right now we have over 60 million users worldwide. So we're having users in any corner of the world. We're working with various companies, anywhere from Delta Airlines to Canon Medical Systems, to Ministries of Education, universities, NGOs, and so on. We're currently providing our services in 41 languages and over 1,000 combinations, meaning that every single user can have access to all of the languages. And if you're a native Arab speaker, you can learn any of these languages from your native tongue without having to switch to English, which is proven to be much more efficient and much more beneficial for the user. Meanwhile, even companies such as Duolingo, which are much bigger than us and have been on the market for a lot more years, they do not have this capability, and we take pride in this because this is one of our key factors and key things that make us so successful on the market. As I've mentioned, we focus on both consumers and organizations, and I will walk you through our main products. For business to consumer, we offer Mondly. Mondly is our most famous app. It's basically available on any type of device, so it works on smartphones, be it that they're Android devices or Apple devices. It also works on tablets. Again, it doesn't really matter which type of hardware you are using at your schools, or it also works on web browsers. So you can easily use it on Chrome or on Edge, on Safari, or whichever browser you prefer. And from this perspective, it's great because what we can see at schools, especially during normal times, I know that now it's quite a difficult period for all of us, businesses included, schools included, governments, and everything. Basically, if students use a school device in the classroom, that let's say perhaps they cannot bring it home, that's not an issue because they can use the same login information to use their private devices. Everything is synchronized. It happens flawlessly. It happens instantly, and also the progress of the student can be easily synchronized and viewed in your admin console. Mondly is an extremely gamified solution. So if you pick up your mobile device and you use it for 5 minutes, you will quickly understand why we are growing like crazy, why so many people choose us, and why so many companies, schools, and governments switch to our solution. We offer a lot of types of exercises. Extremely engaging. You get to practice anything from reading, writing, speaking, having conversations, and so on. Various type of exercises. So it's not a linear learning in which you spend 2 hours on making the same type of exercises. It's a combination of everything. You get to score points. You get to see your progress. You receive custom daily lessons based on what you're most interested in and what you were learning in the past, to make sure that you're not forgetting anything and that you remain engaged. You can compete, be that you compete with your fellow classmates or you compete with people from all around the world that are trying to learn the same language. And you get various points and awards, and you have a great overview for yourself as a student when it comes to your progress. When it comes to methodology, we realize that a lot of the language learning solutions on the market, they tend to focus on reading and writing, but they kind of neglect the most important thing, which we believe is the conversations part. So this is why we're working with native speakers and the voice artists and teachers from all around the world to create engaging content that enables our users to actually listen to content, to repeat sentences and words, and also by using the power of artificial intelligence to also create their own personalized answers, and for our system to analyze it and provide feedback if it's good or not. I think this is a extremely valuable thing that some companies tend to neglect. And as you will see, we're moving in a direction where we're focusing more and more on speaking and actually interacting with the artificial intelligence. Besides this, a very crucial aspect of our learning methodology is the fact that we have a smart repetition system, meaning that, just to give you a quick example, maybe this week my teacher asked me to use Mondly for 2 hours, or maybe more, maybe less. Maybe the upcoming 2 weeks I will have other projects that are much more crucial to me, or maybe I'm having a school break, or for whatever the reason is, maybe I just don't have the possibility to use Mondly. Next time when you will log into the application and you will go to a daily lesson, the system will automatically create you a lesson that is based on what you've learned in the past, so that you don't forget anything that you previously learned. So like this, we're making sure that our users, one, they don't forget what they've been learning, and also they don't feel discouraged in case they are having difficulties with moving forward, or with going through some assessments based on previous content. When it comes to the distribution channels, so our applications are available in the App Store for iOS, in the Google Play, and on the World Wide Web. Right now, we're covering a big majority of first and second languages. This year, we added 8 more languages to our system, and we're constantly doing this. So we're a company that we're constantly adding more content, and we're trying to cover the entire world in terms of languages, and we're very proud of this. And because we know that there are a lot of regions and countries that have been neglected by, let's call them bigger competitors. And we believe that everybody should have access to a solution like ours. In terms of awards and achievements, although we've been on the market for only 6 years and we're competing with companies such as Rosetta Stone that have been on the market for 50 years or maybe even more, we're one of the highest rated educational apps on the market. We have over 1 million reviews on both the iOS platform and the Android platform, and we highly encourage everybody just to go there and have a look. I think nothing gives you a better overview than people that are reviewing the solution. So highly encourage you to go and check it out if you wish, to see what other people think and what languages they're learning. In addition to this, we have a great partnership in place with Apple. We're working closely. They love our technology. We've been working together for a bit over 2 years now, where our management team is traveling quite often to the Silicon Valley. And in addition to this, we've also won a lot of awards from Google, Facebook, and Apple again. And these are mostly because of our engagement and user experience. It's simply something completely different than what is on the market. Last year, we've won an award in Germany. Basically, we've been named Germany's best online language learning platform by DISC. This is a Institute for Quality Service. So basically what they do, or what they did, they took the biggest language learning providers on the market. I believe they took over 20 companies, including Duolingo, Babbel, Busuu, Rosetta Stone, all the big ones. Here you can see a list of all of them that were evaluated. And basically they spent, I think, a bit over 2 months in analyzing everything. So anywhere from the content, the experience, its capability, the pros and the cons. They rated this, and at the end, they basically decided to pick a winner. We were very surprised, to be honest. Of course, we were very happy, but we didn't expect to actually win this award, and it means a lot to us, especially when we're competing against big players on the market. And this shows that we're definitely on a good path, and we're looking to grow even bigger and even quicker. Now about one of the most important things, and I think one of the most relevant things to you as educators. Last year we established a partnership with Oxford University. Basically, we realized that everybody speaks, or almost everybody speaks a level of English. Some people, depending on where they're based or on their background, some might speak just a bit, maybe know a few words or a few sentences. Meanwhile, other people might speak quite a decent level of English. And we realize that we need to offer our users the possibility to advance in English and basically get closer to a native level. And this is why we partner with Oxford. So basically, Oxford checked all of our content, checked our learning methodology, the words that we're using, how do we stand on the CEFR language learning scale, and they agreed to create a specific module for us. So basically, every single Mondly category or Mondly class, let's take a topic such as traveling, for example. At the end of the lessons, you will have Oxford assessment. When I mean assessment, is basically a combination of various exercises, from grammar to sentence creation to vocabulary, speaking as well. And these are much more advanced than the content that we have. Basically, the content created by Oxford comes in 3 difficulties: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. We estimate that it can get you close to C1 on the CEFR scale. Of course, it depends on what other exposure you have to the language that you're learning, and in this case, English. Also, the interesting thing is that from the 60 million users that we have, we realize that only 20% of our users that are studying English can pass the most advanced Oxford module. So it's quite difficult from that perspective. We're actually considering if we should make it a bit easier or not. And we have great things planned with Oxford. We want to add more content created by them, and basically our goal is to be able to provide some form of certification from their side, or even to get them to get our users to take the official Oxford exam that issues a world recognized certification that can even be used for applying to universities, or can help you in your career, and basically be of great help to anybody, be it that you're a student or that you're a professional. Now, when it comes to Mondly Kids, so we're also offering an application for children. Mondly Kids basically follows the same gamification structure as Mondly. It's just that it's packaged with a different content that is aimed at children anywhere between age 3 to 6, maybe even up to 10. It really depends on what exposure do these children have in other languages. It's available right now in 33 languages. Again, it focuses on the vocabulary, sentence creation, reading and writing. And we will also soon launch a new module that will focus on conversations, because we believe that it's equally important for children to practice their speaking ability, and not just the writing and the reading. When it comes to Mondly VR, which is something very exciting, Mondly VR is still, I would say, the gold standard of virtual reality in education. We were the first ones to come out with a solution for language learning. Um, it is currently not included in the package for schools because of there are some distribution restrictions from Oculus and Google. But things are going to change, and we have some amazing plans in place with Mondly VR that I will discuss later in my presentation. I think it's amazing what they're doing, and I think Oculus is doing something great for the future of education. But until then, we do have Mondly AR, which is an amazing way to experience language immersion by actually only using your device that you already have. So everybody has a smartphone or a tablet or a device with a camera. So basically with Mondly AR, you can easily cast various scenarios around you, basically a virtual assistant that you can communicate with, or various scenarios such as learning animals or objects around your place. Kids love it. Even adults love it as well. Is definitely something different, especially when you compare it to textbooks or to very traditional ways of learning languages. It's amazing, and it's also something that we're constantly working on improving and bringing more to our users. Now for schools and organizations, we're offering Mondly Works. And for this, we have partnered up with STEM Clouds, powered by EtsoLab, basically to make Mondly Works available in the Middle East. So thank you, Kanan, for helping us with this. I think you guys are doing a great job. EtsoLab, the guys from EtsoLab, they're amazing. So we have a very good relationship with them, and we're sure that this will be a long and great partnership ahead. So basically, Mondly Works is currently offered to both companies, NGOs, K-12, so schools as well, universities and governments. It combines three applications. So it combines the world famous Mondly app that is loved by over 60 million people. It also grants access to Mondly AR, Mondly Kids, and also gives access to a admin dashboard, because when you're using digital solutions, I think they're very easy it's very easy to just give a digital product to a child. Most probably they'll be very excited about it. But it comes a question, okay, how do you, as a teacher or as a school manager, how do you actually know that it's worth investing your resources in this, and how do you actually know that it's helpful for your students? So this is why we also grant access to an admin dashboard, and I will share another screen. I just want to walk you through it. I will share my my screen from an admin dashboard. Let's see if, no, I'm just trying to share it again. Let me know if, Kanan, if you can confirm that you can see the screen.
Hi, Chris. Yes, we can see the screen.
Excellent. So this is the admin dashboard that every school or every teacher gains access to. Basically, here you add your students. So basically, to invite a student to use the Mondly app, you just have to click on one button and add their email address. It's very easy, very straightforward. Or if you have a large amount of students, you can simply upload a CSV or an Excel file. It's very easy, very straightforward. It only requires an email address. Once this happens, they will receive an automated email with instructions on how to download and access their account. It's very easy, very straightforward. The whole process takes about 1 minute. And once they create their account, they become active users, and basically you can track their progress. I'm going to walk you through a bit. What do you see when, let's say, maybe you want to click and see a student? In this case, this is a demo account. So this person studied a lot of languages and spent a lot of hours in learning from German to Spanish, Russian, and so on. So basically, you get an overall view of their progress and where they're situated. Let's say I'm selecting German. I can see how many hours the students spent learning German. I can see how many words they used in this period. I can also see how many phrases they learned. In addition to this, we have a level and a point system, which is based on different categories of exercises and modules that they're finishing and successfully passing them, basically. You can also see when were they last active. So here it's showing that they're inactive because it's a demo account, but basically you can see if somebody was active yesterday, you will have that graph, so you can easily see, check their progress and make sure that they're actually using it every day, or they're using it as often as you'd like. You can also see what type of lessons they have learned. So anywhere from classic lessons to daily lessons, which are completely custom for each user, weekly quizzes and monthly challenges. So the Mondly approach is very engaging. So you cannot get bored with our application. That is guaranteed from that perspective. And you also get a very nice calendar view if you just want to see in basically in 30 days, how did they use it, when did they use it, and if there is any action needed from your side. I will move back to my presentation, and at the end of this, I'm more than happy to receive questions about this if you have any. Yes. So basically, with Mondly Works, you gain access to 41 languages for your students. So there are no additional fees, there are no restrictions. What we can see is that both students and adults, they start learning a language that they need, be that it's something that they require for school or it's something that they require for their workplace. They reach a level that they're happy with, or they reach the level that they are being asked to reach, and then the beautiful thing is that they tend to start learning a new language, which is something great because it doesn't require an external motivation or an external push. And I think there's nothing more beautiful than just seeing your students or your employees basically just deciding, hey, I really enjoy this. I'm already proficient in English or in French. I want to study by myself, also Spanish, for example. I think it's amazing. We're very proud of this. So yeah, you're receiving access to all the 41 languages. You receive access to the 3 apps, so Mondly Augmented Reality, and Mondly Kids. You have the tracking with the admin dashboard, which is very straightforward. It's extremely easy to deploy. So to deploy in a school, it takes from our side, it basically takes 1 hour from a tech perspective. Basically, teaching your teachers how to use it is also extremely easy and straightforward because the admin dashboard is very user friendly. And also you have the option to reassign licenses for free. So to give you an example, we have some schools that purchase, for example, 1,000 licenses per year. But since some of their students might graduate after 6 months, basically they simply have the option to reassign those licenses to different students for free. So basically you have the ownership of the licenses and you can do whatever you wish with them. So you're free to cycle them if you want. You're free to use them with different students whenever you'd like, be that is after 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. It's completely up to you. Now to talk a bit about our major educational and governmental collaborations. So we're the official partners of Oxford University. We're starting a pilot with the Ministry of Education from Israel. So basically they have up to 500,000 students, be that they are Hebrew speakers or Arabic speakers, and then they want to teach them basically a combination of the 3 languages. So we have Hebrew speakers that want to learn English and Arabic. We have Arabic students that need to learn Hebrew and English, and basically these combinations. We've been discussing them for over 6 months now. We started let's call it a mini pilot at the beginning of this month. Last night and this morning, I had a great discussion with the head of educational technology from the ministry. They love the application. They think it can be of great help. And in November, we're starting a pilot with 2,000 students and 40 teachers. And from the 1st of March, we are going to deploy Mondly on a much larger scale. Hopefully, if everything goes well, I think it will go perfectly. And we're very, very excited for this. We're also working with the Australian Department of Defense. We started this month, actually. And we're also under negotiations with the Ministry of Education from Brazil. They have over 700,000 students in the state of Paraná that will be learning English using Mondly. Tomorrow, we're actually signing a collaboration with Gujarat Tech from India. They have over 400,000 students, and this is basically going to move towards the Ministry of Education of India, and we're trying to make Mondly available in every school, be that it's a K-12 school or a university. And we're also in negotiations with the Ministry of Education from Panama. So we're definitely, since the pandemic, we see a huge interest coming from schools, be that they're individual schools or groups of schools or just directly from the government. So it's Mondly is definitely helping out when it comes to this. It's very easy to use. It's very engaging, and as I said, both children, regardless of their age, and adults love it as well. Now, when it comes to how do schools use it, so far we've seen two ways, but the teachers tend to be quite innovative and always surprise us with different ideas or feedback or suggestions on how to further develop our product. So from what we can see, where it's possible, of course, teachers use it in the classroom. For example, they might ask their students, okay, for the next 10 minutes, everybody please do lesson X from module Y. And everybody's working on that particular lesson, or they might just be asking them to either complete a certain lesson or a module in the application, or in some situations they simply ask them, okay, every single day you need to spend 30 minutes or 10 minutes or 2 hours, completely up to them. So there are no restrictions when it comes to this. What is important though to mention is that the Mondly lessons, they're short, or basically they start at a short time, so they can range anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes, and you can stop at any time, so there's no issue when it comes to that. I think especially children have a shorter attention span, and I think this is a great way to avoid getting them to waste an hour and basically after 20 minutes just to lose their interest and just to try to get rid of that lesson as soon as possible. So I think this format works great for us, and it's highly appreciated, especially by children. Now, when it comes to the Arabic content, so you can learn Arabic or you can learn from Arabic 40 languages. The current content is basically from A0 to B2 on the CFR scale. You can practice anything from vocabulary to sentence creation, as I've mentioned, you get to speak, to read, and so on. So it gives you a very, very complete learning option. Nothing is being left out. You also can use both alphabets, and there are about 400 hours of content for every language, not only for Arabic. And we're constantly looking to improve Mondly. So we are soon going to launch Mondly Hands-Free, which is basically the existing Mondly content, but packaged in a way that you don't get to interact with your screen. So it's all about practicing your listening and speaking ability. So you can just put your phone in your pocket, you can just connect your headphones, and you get to interact with our artificial intelligence for over 400 hours. So you will be learning words, you will be asked questions, you will be asked to repeat things, and you will also be asked to create your own answers. I think this is an amazing way to practice your accent and intonation, and it's something that nobody has tried before. And we're hoping to launch it in November, latest beginning of December. I've tried it myself. It's extremely cool. It's something else. It's quite difficult as well. So it's something that can challenge even the most proficient users of foreign languages. And yeah, as I said, we're continuously trying to improve our product and offer more to our users. I think this is the key of our success. We're planning to restructure our content, adding more to each level of difficulty. There's also more content from Oxford coming up soon, and we're trying to get to offer official certifications from Oxford, which is something that will be of extreme value to schools, I believe. We're also going to have pre-assessments coming early next year. Right now, you can easily pick the level of difficulty. You can always change between the three levels. It basically just takes 2 clicks. But we've received a request that it would be great to have pre-assessments. So we're going to make that available as well. We'll be adding more languages. We are going to have different reporting and internal communication tools. So basically, as a teacher, you can just receive on your email a very nice report with maybe your most active students for that week. Somebody that maybe has suddenly spent more time in the application, just giving you an overview of what is going on without necessarily having to log into the admin dashboard, and also maybe giving you some suggestions if you should reach out to somebody or if there's any action needed from your side. And one of the most important things is basically our virtual reality. We have a great collaboration with Oculus, and we've been asked by them to further develop Mondly VR. Basically, they're funding our project without giving any equity in return. They just said, listen, you guys are doing, I think your product is amazing. They selected a handful of providers, and they've asked us to create something for the classrooms. So Oculus is moving in a direction where they want to make virtual reality more accessible to both schools and companies. And we're planning to have a version of Mondly VR that will enable you to use it in the classroom with your students, basically to have a virtual classroom, where you can also use a Blackboard where you can cast different videos or different content, PDFs, or write down something as if you would do on a normal Blackboard. And basically use Mondly VR for more than language learning. So our goal is to make it more of a virtual learning environment for students and teachers that has the option to integrate language learning. And yeah, they will be launching much more accessible VR headsets soon, and they will make everything much easier for schools and businesses as well to deploy. This is our team. We're only 6 years old, but we've done more in 6 years than some companies have done in a lifetime. So we're very proud of that. Everybody's based in Romania. I'm actually the only person that is based outside of Romania because I live in Budapest in Hungary. So we're young. We're very excited. We love what we do. We know that we're good at developing technologies. We know that we're good at the gamification, and we work with organizations such as Oxford University to help us with the learning content and the learning methodology. So we're constantly trying to improve that as well. And I think that we're on a great track. We're very proud again of what we do, and we're constantly trying to do more and challenge ourselves. These are our 2 founders. So they're 2 brothers. The guy on the left is Alex. He's the CEO. He's the crazy guy that comes with all these amazing ideas. And then there is Tudor, his brother, that is basically taking all that and actually managing it and trying to make it work. I think it's an amazing combination. I think we're very lucky to have these 2 guys leading us. Yes, and when it comes to trying out Mondly Works, so we highly encourage everybody that is interested in this to give it a go. Basically, we're offering for free 1 admin account with 20 licenses. and basically it's the same experience as if you've just purchased Mondly Works. So there are no limitations. There's no things to be unlocked or so on. You get exactly the same experience as if you just purchased everything. And if you would like to try it out, if you like to give it a go with your students or with your friends or family or whoever you wish, please contact our partners at Solab at ask us at etsolab.com, and they will get back to you with more information, and we can definitely set up an account for you in a couple of hours. So yeah, thank you very much for this. This was my presentation about who we are and what we do. And next, I would love to hear questions from you or opinions, or what are your thoughts on this?
Thank you so much, Chris. Thanks for the brief introduction about Mondly and the features of the applications. I think Miss Minnie have a question. She wanted to ask some questions. Hi, can you unmute yourself, Miss Minnie?
Hi, Chris. Am I audible?
Yes, hello.
Hi. My question was pertaining to the very last slide that you mentioned about the effectiveness of the actual measure of how a person's competency is reflected as far as the product is concerned, and how is it measured? I think you used the surf scales, and I did get my answers here and there. So the question was, I'm sorry, I lost my screen of the chat window somewhere. Yeah, here it is. So my question was that for you to elaborate on the effectiveness of the learner's language competency perspective, and what is the measure of the actual proficiency that is created by your product? And how do you measure the exact measures?
Yes. So basically,
the language. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for your question. It's a very good question. I think it's very important for everybody to know. So basically, the Mondly content was created on a CFR scale from A0 to B2. There are a lot of studies that show that for a user to get to for a person to get to a B2 level, I think it's required more than 600 hours of learning with a tutor, if I remember correctly. And we basically with Mondly, we estimate that you can get to that point in half the time. So spending around 300 to 400 hours in a Mondly app by going through our content, we estimate that you can get to the B2 level. Of course, it depends on what other efforts you're doing, because in the same way that just using a textbook to learn a language will not be enough for you to reach a very high level. The same way, we highly encourage people to consume also other content in the language that they're aiming at. So yeah, basically, we're measuring this by the amount of time spent in the application, the number of words that are learned, and the number of phrases that are learned. And this can be easily viewed in the admin dashboard. And our goal is to be able to provide these Oxford certificates that basically were clearly attested, okay, you are a B1 level, a B2 level, or a C1 level. Does this answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anyone else who have a question? Okay, if no further questions, I'd like to thank you for joining us. And Chris, if you can just stop the sharing, I want to just
Sure.
give a review of STEM Clouds and conclude it. Yeah, so we are STEM Clouds powered by Exolab, an Abu Dhabi-based education solutions company. We work across schools and universities in providing the technology integrations into campus and classrooms. We also work with schools in integrating the STEM curriculums, integrating the hands-on learning into the curriculum of different schools. We work across different technologies like VR, AR, artificial intelligence, drone, robotics, 3D printing, and stuff. We also help institutions with the setup of makerspace, STEM lab, and design and technology labs. We conduct live online courses and take care of delivery of the kits to every student at home, thereby reducing the cost of investing a huge amount into the lab, but then not bringing the effectiveness of providing the learning to every student in the school. So we offer courses from grade 1 to grade 12. I would request you to kindly register with STEM Clouds and explore some of our courses. If you want to get access to some of the courses, please do drop us a line. We'll be happy to give you an access. And also, like Chris mentioned, if you're interested to explore the free access of Mondly, please do get in touch with us. You can send us a mail at askus@edsolab.com, and we'll be happy to help you in any way we can. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you in the next webinar. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, Sarana, you got to say something?
No. Thank you, Galan.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Excuse me.
Yes.
So can you tell me your email ID again?
Sure, I'll send it in the chart. I'll send it here. Ask us at edsolab.com. Can you see the Zoom chart window?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll also put my mobile number. If you need help, you can contact us on this. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.